Hey guys, Chris Carson here. I started this new channel on YouTube that is just specific for my family and myself with the ordeals of what goes on around my little neighborhood. My little neighborhood is in New Sweden, Maine, and I live right next door to the Damrons, Dale and Lisa Damron. And if you know the stories about poor Stephanie, she went missing, and nobody has any clue of what happened to her. This channel's not going to have anything really showing any, help Stephanie, which I pray, and if you can help her somehow, please do. This is just to show what goes on around here since Stephanie has been missing. We tell our truths. We told our truths to the FBI, the state police, whoever. We've had 4 times. 2 of them were the FBI searching completely inside of my house, all over my property, and 2 other times the state police did the same thing. And we were just like, no, please come on in. So, do whatever you guys needed to do. And my wife and I sat at the kitchen table and just let them go. We didn't care. Just please go through our house. And we've never been anti-Find Stephanie, ever. We've never put any roadblocks, or we've never told stories to anybody that suggested, lies or anything like that. And we haven't told lies to anybody. So we're being accused of lying to the media, and there's only been, out of all of the different TV shows, YouTube news channels, there's only one person or company that asked for our help, the neighbors' help. And that aired last Friday. This would be the 3rd or the 4th of October. It was from News Nation out of Chicago. We did my neighbor Doug, my wife Shelley, we did an interview just to, explain kind of like what's going on around the neighborhood. There was nothing mean that was said from us. We weren't, derogatory, calling names or making up little stories. You go back and I'll put a link right in the first line down here about that interview. The next day is what really got my goat. Now, I've been living next to the Damrons for many years now, since 2002, the beginning. They were here about a year before us. And, all right, they're new. They're homesteading. My wife and I have tried to do the homesteading 30 years ago, and we failed. So it's like, all right, they're doing it. They're living down there, homesteading. And I thought that was great. Are they loud? Yeah, they're loud, but, so they're young, and it's just what happens. And not once did I ever call the cops on these people until Saturday, this last Saturday, the 4th. Dale came and just started screaming right from the road. He wouldn't step a foot on our property, and he did not step a foot on my property, just so get that clear. And well, he just started yelling and screaming and stuff like that. And my wife, normally she's a calm person, but when you threaten her or her livelihood or her family, you're going to get the same response back. Okay? You're not going to come to my house and yell at my wife and expect her just to cower down. No, my goodness. No, she's going to get pissed off, and she's going to use every friggin' word that you used yelling at her. Dale came here Saturday and started yelling. We got it all on Ring camera, and you can hear it. You can hear him. You can hear my wife. And when you watch these videos, I'm not posting them today. They're going to be up this weekend. But when you watch these videos, you're going to be like, I understand why Shelley is swearing worse than a sailor. Now, that's my wife. You threaten her, you're going to get it back. And that's anybody. I mean, what if I came, and my wife was the first one out, and he was doing all this screaming and yelling at her. Now, myself, I'm more of a chill kind of guy. I mean, you all know me. I'm very chill, calm, and but I do know when I need to protect my family. So I did have my sidearm, and I made sure it was visible. But when he first started yelling, Shelly went out. So all I heard was my wife saying, "Oh hell no!" So she went out on the steps, and you'll see that in the video. A little bit later, you'll see that. I mean, because he's really threatening her. So she gets down off the steps, starts going down towards her driveway, and you'll see that. And I start walking behind her because I'm not going to let my wife get too close to this guy. I'm not scared of him. You know, you just never know when somebody can just snap. And then what happens next? Pray to God nobody's dead. Well, we get up to the end of the driveway, and he's still sitting there swearing, yelling at her, calling Shelly, what the hell she call it? An ugly, fat bitch. I don't know how many times. And, well, he raised his hand up to Shelly, like, "Oh, come on out here. I'll punch you and I'll lay you flat right here." So I come up and I'm standing there. He sees my gun. He's like, "Oh, you got to bring a gun?" And I'm like, I always carry a gun. So I just made sure that he could see it. He pulls up his shirt and like, "Look, I ain't got no peace." And he goes, he threatened my wife again. "Just get out here. I'll punch you and lay you right out." And he looks at me and says, "What are you going to do? You ain't going to shoot me." And I looked straight at him. I had my arms crossed like this. I was like, "You touch my wife, I will shoot you." And then he was there by himself. There was no other family members. He walked all the way, quarter mile up his driveway, supposed to be disabled. I don't know how long it took him to, he calls it, and you can look at all the little videos he did and stuff like that. It says he has a hard time to limp his gimp ass anywhere. But he was able to walk a quarter mile up and a good, I don't know, 100 yards up the road to my mailbox. But before he stopped at my mailbox, he went all the way to Doug's mailbox. It was another 100 yards up there to like bitch at Doug. But Doug just wasn't outside, and Doug's house is too far away from the road for them to hear Dale yelling like he did at my house, because we're a lot closer to the road. So I look to the left, and here comes Austin. That's Dale's oldest boy. Actually, it's Lisa's oldest boy. I was walking up the road, and he's a big boy, you know, a good-sized man. But he didn't do or say anything. That dude was so calm and collective. It was just, I don't have to worry about this guy. I think he was just there to maybe save his dad. On the other side, up the road, there was